Well, guys, this is the penultimate round of the season, and this has been a season that has really been disappointing for the most part, but we are getting ready to end it. Remember, Season 13 was a really disappointing season for us, but we had one of the craziest championship battles of the Sony Cup Series history. DJ Curtis coming back from so far back, 89 points back when he needed to be 90 back going into the finale, won the championship. Could something like that happen for this season? We got ourselves 11 drivers mathematically going after the title. I will read the names off here. Henry Cavanaugh has the points lead by a large margin. If he has a good race here, Cavanaugh could lock away the title and win the championship of Season 18 in his rookie season. Right now, no wins. Then you got Charles Sanford, Luke Martin, and Nick Mace. Them drivers have been in the series for so long in their careers and want to win the championship really badly here. Jesse Turner, Jordan Davis, Jacob Hart, they're really close up there as well, along with Jordan Newman, another rookie who has been really strong as well as the last few races. Malik Nevins is in the championship battle as well, but he needs a good run here today to stay in the fight. So does the 99 of Eric Burton, and the number 50 car, Stephen Pollard III, Season 6, is runner-up for the championship. They're all fighting to be in the championship battle coming out of this race. And another thing for this race here, Zen Joltis. This is the final race that Zen Joltis will host for the Sony Cup Series. This is the final time Zen Joltis will host a Sony Cup Series race as the famous Zen Joltis Speedway says goodbye to the Sony Cup Series. It's been a fun races to watch seasons after seasons. Since Season 2, this race has been on the schedule, and well, 16 seasons later, we're gonna end the tradition of Zen Joltis, as this is the final run of Zen Joltis. Malik Nevins and Luke Martin have the front row. Who's gonna be coming out here with the championship fight, or will the championship end early with Cavanaugh winning the championship? Let's get ourselves down to the starting grid as we get set for this 16-lap race here at Zen Joltis. We have 42 guys up here, 11 guys still battling for the championship. Henry Cavanaugh in the 77 is starting near the rear of the field, starting 35th on the board. Malik Nevins, Luke Martin mathematically in the fight for the title. Green flag is out for the final race of Zen Joltis. Nevins is still out with the lead right here, but the very far back Luke Martin has already drifted way up high there in that number 6. This race should be an exciting one here. It's going to be our final race here. It's going to be sad to say bye to Zen Joltis. It's been a 50-50 chance of people liking it. Oh boy, we got ourselves an incident in the back right there. That could be trouble there if Henry Cavanaugh was involved in that. This could be really huge for the championship. Alan Cavanaugh leads to the start-finish line. Looking further back, Jacob Hart, his chances at a third title in a row is done. And Luke Martin is involved. His chances at a title is probably done there. And Jordan Davis is involved. Henry Cavanaugh in that 77 is involved in that one there. So this is really going to open the doors. Nick Mace is involved. So now that's going to leave, who's the next guy in line? This is really going to help Jordan Newman, the rookie. Jesse Turner's got a piece of it as well. But wow, yeah. Richard Johnson, I think he's mathematically out. This is really going to help Charles Sanford and Jordan Newman there. And Eric Burton and Pollard there, both. But wow, this is really going to shake up the points here. Going into this turn here, they was really close right there. Vince Allen and James Orafox really close there in that 10-3 car. You can see it there. They come right down the track, right into, they clipped the 77, and they was going to go shooting them up right into that 26 and 17. Cameron Gave was involved. Luke Martin got a piece right there. Nick Mace had nowhere to go in that 48 car. Second in the point standings. The point leader was also involved. Jordan Davis involved there as well. But there's more guys on the apron here. They got on by. But there's Chris Washer getting a piece right there with the 14. And wow. Michael White got a piece up there. Noah Hart. But yeah, that's basically everyone there. And they ended up sliding. The 32 went up and over right there. Matt DeLeo. He's had a good season, but it's not been too good of a season to try and compete for a championship. But that's going to be really big to see on Henry Cavanaugh, because he comes into this race as the points leader by a good margin over the second placement of Nick Mace, who was almost about a race back. Getting ready to go back green here. Jacob Hart is going to be a lap down. He took a long time in the pit road trying to get that car fixed. And due to my calculations here, he probably will not finish much higher than Henry Cavanaugh in this race. So Jacob Hart's chances of winning the championship in three times in a row should be done here in Season 18. Alan Cavanaugh gets away. Malik Nevins needs a miracle here, and he has one right now with them guys pretty much damaged and pretty far back. Nevins could fight for the title if it goes his way here. Dylan Young in the 90 car got word just like a day ago that he will be driving for the Swagger Motorsports team, the number 23 team. And there's Pollard right there in that 50. We don't really expect him to come back for next season. But he could be fighting for the title if everything goes his way here. Just like Malik Nevins, he needs a miracle. Richard Johnson, I think he's mathematically eliminated. Burton needs a good one here today to be mathematically in the hunt after this. Charles Sanford and the number 66. He needs a good one here today to be in a good shot to try and strike for the championship here. But there's no one else up here but Jordan Newman, who is also up here with a good shot to battle for this championship. Sanford and Jordan Newman are right there at 269 and 268. They need good ones here to battle for the championship going into DC. Jesse Turner, number 17, he's actually pretty up to speed here, Jesse Turner is. And Turner is right up there with Sanford and Newman as well. So Turner, who got a piece of that wreck last time, is holding his own, and he might still be fighting for this championship as well if he can get up there and battle for some spots. But Jacob Hart, his championship hopes are done. And back here, Nick Mace, his championship hopes are still probably going to be intact by mathematically. If he finishes ahead of the 77, he will fight for the title no matter what coming out of this race. But that 77 is not too far behind him there, so he's not going to gain that much points here. Jordan Davis in the 24. He should be mathematically eliminated after this race as well, because he is not going to be able to finish much higher than Henry Cavanaugh. Charles Sanford. Last time we've seen him going into a championship battle was back in Season 9. Season 7 and Season 9, he had good seasons back then. He was able to fight for the championships back then. He had good cars. He was able to race really good. But Sanford, this team is actually really impressed for their teams for this season. The unrefunded teams have done really great for their drivers here. That 66 and that 01 car, they need to be able to pull something off here. If they could finish first, second, or finish up here in the top 5 where they are now, they'd gain a lot of points here today, and they would be nearly about 20 points back behind Henry Cavanaugh. Even though that's not a lot of points, that's a lot of points there. To be behind the leader, they need to be able to make as much points as possible. Sorry, I had a Skype call just then. I couldn't decline the Skype call, so I had to wait for it to go away. But just like I said, Sanford, he needs to gain as much points as he can on Henry Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh has a huge point lead on these guys coming into this race, and every point is gonna count. Cavanaugh is actually last on the racetrack right now that is still running, And Cavanaugh is doing good for his equipment there to be able to run for this title. Jesse Turner's hopes of winning a championship is probably not going to come in this season. He needed to get up there and fight for the title. He should be mathematically in the title hunt after this race. But, I mean, it's not going to help him that he's not going to gain as much points as he could and should. With about 5 laps of racing to go, Malik Nevins in 11 needs to gain as much points as he can to be up there to fight for the championship. He leads the way. Right behind him there, Charles Sanford doing everything he has to do in that 66 Ford Taurus. Going to get right now 41 points as he stands right there. Right behind him, Stephen Jenkins. He has a ride for next season, so does Dylan Young. Sanford has got a really good ride for next season. Driver for Yamp Motorsports in that 8 UPS car. Stephen Pollard III does not have a car for next season, and he's up here trying to stay in the hunt for the title as well. And he's got a fast car underneath him as well. Here comes Bassing underneath him here. And right behind him there, that 01 car, Jordan Newman not giving up without a battle as well. And, so, yeah, here comes Pollard in that number 50 car, trying to get below that 42 car, Stephen Jenkins, and he will there. Gets him loose, Stephen Pollard III. Down the inside. He's trying to get the draft up on the 11 car to get on by him here. But, not enough to get him right there. Number 90 car, Dylan Young, goes down low of him there. Malik Nevins, remember he had a terrible incident here a whole season ago when he got nailed by a lap car there, James Sorfox, and had to sit out of DC. He would love to win the last races in Joltis here. Going up high, there is the 42 car, Stephen Jenkins. He has help from Dylan Young. Young in that 90 car was helping him there, but Stephen Jenkins, his run kind of stalled out there. And the front 3 kind of break away right now. Mason Powers in the 4, who came runner-up for the Daytona 500 earlier this season. It's not much done anything really special as of late. He's kind of fell off from the championship battle. He's up here in the mix too. Alan Cavanaugh, last race's winner at Talladega. He'd also love to win here at Zen Joltis, but he gets slow here, trying to look low Young. He goes high up the racetrack here. The outside line is not the best crew to be in. Malik Nevins leads the charge here. Once again, Malik Nevins leads it at the start-finish line. On board with one of our biggest drivers of the SCS, Richard Johnson, the inaugural Sony Cup Series champion. He is coming back for his own team for next season, driving the 20 Home Depot Pontiac. He's right behind Eric Burton, and he's going to help Burton get a run here. Burton peaks low, but Johnson slides up high there. Mr. Johnson in search of win number 23 of his career, I believe. Yep, he is. And Ashley Mace has a run here. Remember, she won her first race of the Sony Cup Series back in Season 7, driving an underfunded team. Mace would love to try and get a victory here. Burton and Malik Nevins, they are doing exactly what they have to do. Barely still in the championship battle mathematically, and they're up front battling for this win. The crossover, Nevins down the inside with help from Pollard, who is also barely in the fight mathematically for the title. They're trying to stay in the fight for this championship. But Harry Cavanaugh, 32nd right now. This is really going to help out a lot of the contenders here. Nevins in that number 11. Malik Nevins, he has only one win in his entire career, and that was coming out at Fonda. Would love to get a win here, but Stephen Pollard III would love to get a second win of the season here, but Malik Nevins has a roam with Eric Burton up high. Nevins keeps the lead. Coming back around, we're going to get to only a lap and a half to go here. That number 11 has been really strong all race. Malik Nevins leads the charge, but here comes Kyle Collins, runner-up for last season. Pollard and Burton touch there, 4 wide for second. And look who's showing up in the mix late in the going here, Jordan Newman. He comes in this race third in the point standings, right there with Nick Mace, about 30 or so points behind. This is really going to help him if he can get up there. But up front, Nevins continues to lead. Season 15 Daytona 500 winner has the help from the rookie of Jordan Newman. Jake Bassinger, the number 97 Season 16 champion, giving the rookie a shove down the straightaway here, but Bassinger wants to win this race here. Remember, he won out at Hartlepool last season. That race did not get recorded, but the number 93 trying to go back-to-back, just like Sanford did at North Wilkesboro and Hartlepool. Alan Cavanaugh trying to get his 3rd win of the season and his 4th career win. Kyle Collins has a run with him down low here. They're going to give him a shot here. Cavanaugh has a run. He peaks up high. Collins tried to go with him, but he went low. Coming around, it's only going to be a few turns to go. There's a huge wreck in the back. Mason Powers is up and over and racing back to the start-finish line. Nevins looks like he might be able to hold him off here. Kyle Collins is trying to give him every little shot he can. Kyle Collins is not going to be able to do it here. Malik Nevins in the number 11 is going to hold off and win the final race of Zen Joltis. Malik Nevins holds off Kyle Collins to be able to get that win there. Jake Bassinger was up there battling for that win as well. He got 3rd. And Jordan Newman, he's going to be in the top to fight for the championship going into DC. Wow. And then in 4th place is Alan Cavanaugh. Stephen Jenkins did a good job for himself. 7th as well. 8th for Eric Burton. And 6th was Sean Galligan. Good run for him. Didn't really talk about him all that much. But Malik Nevins wins it. And there was a wreck on the final lap. Let's get a replay of it. Just racing really hard here. Just 5 wide there. Stephen Jenkins trying to muscle his way through. Then there they go. Nothing much you could really do there in that standpoint there. There's Mason Powers. He just went up and over. Nick Perkles, he got a piece of it there. He's returning with Corweiser Racing for the 2015 season. And Mason Powers, he just slid on his roof and didn't even flip back over. Didn't really seem much of that hard of a hit. But they raced back to the start-finish line, and boy, Malik Nevins was able to hold him off there. But Mason Powers in the number 4 is going to finish off Zen Joltis not the way he wanted to. It was a heavy head-on lick into the wall there. He was able to walk away from that incident there. But the number 11 team of Malik Nevins is going to come out on top, and he should be mathematically in the fight for the title. Maybe he might be. I'm not quite sure, because the 77 of Henry Cavanaugh might needed to finish a little lower than where he did, because that's how far Malik Nevins was back to the point leader. I don't think Malik Nevins was able to get enough ground up to the point leader there with that run there, but he might have just got himself back mathematically in the fight for the title going into DC. But who is going to be fighting for the championship going into Washington, D.C.? We're going to have to find out.